Hello, this is Big Fat Manatee of OEA. This is just going to be a short introduction video introducing the channel and myself in brief at dot point form. Number 1. What does OEA stand for? OEA stands for Outdoor and Emergency Equipment, which is the name of my company. Number 2. What sort of videos will I see on this channel? This channel will contain video reviews of products, testing of products, some basic how-to videos which may or may not be related to the outdoor or emergency equipment. Occasionally a random video unrelated to the main theme of the channel may turn up of a side hobby of mine. Number 3. What does OEA hope to do? Help people avoid dud products when buying camping and other equipment online where you cannot touch or feel it before buying. Sell tested and reviewed products. It's going to start as a hobby for now. I still have my day job, but someday if I can make some money that would be nice. Raise money to get Australian voluntary emergency services equipment or training they need but don't currently have the budget for. Number 4. Big Fat Manatee. Where did that come from? Well, that came from my wife, Mrs. Manatee, so you'll have to ask her about that one. Number 5. This sounds scripted. Most of my tabletop type videos will be more or less scripted, or I could say highly planned. That's so I don't leave out any important information and have to annotate it later, and so that I can reduce the amount of pausing and umming and ahhing going on. So, where was I again? Let me just think. Oh yeah, that's right. There might be some terrible jokes on here, so you've been warned. Number 6. Motivations. While I do intend to sell some brand name gear, a lot will be unbranded but tested gear imported from overseas. In the past, like most people I assume, I've had both good and bad luck with this stuff. Hope to find some affordable alternatives to mainstream gear that I can test to ensure it's fit for purpose and then sell it to people that don't want any unpleasant surprises but can't afford the top dollar equipment either. Some of the examples of surprises that I've had in the past include paracord that isn't paracord. So paracord's supposed to have these 7 internal strands. I've bought paracord before that was just full of fluff in the middle, so I had that outer sheath, this green bit for strength, but it didn't have the inner strands, so obviously that would have been a lot weaker than the proper stuff. I've had this fire steel. The steel itself's fine, but the striker wore out very, very quickly. Most of the wear on this is actually from other tools. That basically, the striker doesn't work at all anymore. And lastly, got this jacket, and on the very first wash all this waterproof seam sealing tape just came off, so it's not waterproof anymore. I think it looks good, but it doesn't keep you dry, but it still keeps the wind off, so it was only $50 or something, so what do I expect really? For that kind of price, something's going to go wrong. So, number 7. Who are you and what is your outdoor expertise level? As of recording, I am a male in my late 20s, and I currently work for Australia Post as a postie and live in Victoria, Australia. Previously I've worked for IBM and a sheep export abattoir. The sheep export abattoir is definitely not a recommended job of mine, but I needed money to attend university. I'm currently an active volunteer firefighter for the CFA, and I have been for about 4.5 years. When I was younger I was a Cub Scout, then a Scout, and then a Venturer, and used to go hiking in the Grampians with them on a semi-regular basis, along with other Cub Scouty things like learning to tie knots, pretty much all of which I've forgotten now, first aid, very basic sewing, and that type of thing. I have a few more flashlights than the average person, so I expect that I have an above average level of knowledge regarding those. I was partially brought up on a farm, that is to say that my family has always owned a farm, but we only lived on it for about the last 5 years of my time living at home. Farming involved and still does involve shooting, lighting fires, and cooking on those fires. When I was younger I used to make forts out of sticks and sleep in them overnight, catching yabbies, and attempting to catch fish, but I'm pretty sure Dad was making up when he said there was fish in that dam because I never caught one. And just other things like that. I was pretty good at breaking motorbikes as well. So that's about it for my outdoor credentials. I'm not nor claim to be the most experienced outdoors person overall. Certainly while I was at IBM I did nothing but sit at a desk all day. But I think I have enough experience to cover the basics, and I hope to make sure no major equipment falls slip through the cracks during testing. So that's it.